Good afternoon, welcome to Rundlii Gaming. So we're going to be doing another video. This one is a game called Pass Ack Words. Good clues gone bad, apparently. This is by R&R Games Incorporated. Unfortunately, this one's going to be a little more difficult to see than normal because it does use a little device here and it reads out the entire section here. But what they're going to do is give you this little plastic piece, and there's like a red thing over. What the red film stuff's used for is mostly to knock out the red text down here so that way you can actually see what the clue is. You can kind of make out what it is if you can see the difference between the blue and the red color on it. But you slip this into the little device here. And then you also have these little marker things on the right side, sorry, on the left side. And these are to annotate which clues you've currently used. Because the object of this game, normally it is played with pairs of people. So this is kind of like a family team game, I guess you can go with. And they're going to be giving clues, and then you're trying to guess what all these words are associated with. So for example, the goal of this particular one is to try to get them to say the word mountain. And so you're going to give different clues to your opponent's partner. So you can say that sitting diagonally from me will be one of my opponents, and sitting diagonally from my partner will be one of my other opponents. And so I'm going to give, ideally, the worst clue on here to the opponent of the opposite team. And what they're going to try to do is guess what this main word is. If they do not guess what it is, I'm going to pass this to the other person that is giving directions here. So to kind of give you an idea, to hopefully explain it a little bit better here. So in this case, red and green are on the same team. Black and blue are on the same team. So they're sitting diagonally from each other. I'm going to be reading my clue to blue, which is one of my opponents. And then black is going to be using the same card that I am. And we're going to basically be passing this device back and forth. So green may read the first clue. They're going to pass it over to black. Black is going to read the next clue. And etc. It's going to keep going back and forth until one of these guess what it is. And the one that guesses what it is going to win the particular card that is in here. And the reason why you read it to your opponent makes it a little more difficult because sometimes some of these clues are going to be really easy to guess. So you want to give your opponent the more difficult ones. So it kind of makes it a gradual increase of difficulty as far as which card or which clue you want to give. So for example, this one is mountain, as I mentioned. So let's say we just started giving off clues. So the first thing I might use as a clue is climb. So I'm going to ask my opponent climb. So they might go, they could use any kind of, guess of what that is. They could go with mountain. If they do go with mountain, they would win this particular card. But let's say they just guess something completely different that's random. So they would not get it correct. So at this point, we're going to pass this over to black. Black would now be able to give the next clue. We have a couple to choose from here. Each of these cards come with, it looks like 9 different clues on average. So you can go with bike, or you can go with dew, so like Mountain Dew or mountain bike. There's also goat, so mountain goat. Then there's lion for mountain lion. Matterhorn, I'm not completely sure what they're referring to in that. Molehill, peak, and range. So these are different clues that you could give to your opponent here, and hopefully see if they can guess it. Let's say he gives line. They guess something else again. So we know at this point climb has been used and line has been used, but they haven't been able to figure out what this is actually associated with. And it's going to keep going back and forth until one of them succeeds. So let's say blue does get it right. We go with goat, they go, mountain goat. So mountain is correct. they're going to get one of these cards. At this point, so blue and black now have 1 point because they have one card stored on it. You're going to go ahead and put the next card in. And then you get to blue and red will now do the reading back and forth. So in this case, they're going to take turns. So blue's going to read it to green first. And if he does not get it right, he'll then pass it. Red will now be able to read one to black. If he doesn't get it, again, he'll pass it back. And this will keep going back and forth until one team has 5 of these cards. And to give the viewer some idea, I'm going to go ahead and, since this is really like all the game entails, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple example ones here. So the card that I currently have in it, the first clue is discovery. The second clue is English. So far we have discovery and English. The third clue is islands. So far we have discovery, English, and islands. The fourth one we have is network. So network, islands, English, discovery. Next one is radio. Radio. The next one is slot. That is S-L-O-T. So slot, radio, network, islands, English, discovery. So all these are associated with a single word. You're trying to guess what it is. The next one is surfing. Surfing. The next one is trench. T-R-E-N-C-H. The next one is weather. So at this point we have weather, trench, surfing, slot, radio, network, islands, English, discovery. What do all those words have in common? So this is something that the two would go back and forth with until one of them actually guess what the key word is. In this particular case, if you haven't guessed it yet, the key word will be channel. C-H-A-N-N-E-L. They give one more demonstration. And we'll go ahead and put this one. And you always want to reset all the ones on the left. Mostly they just kind of imitate which clues have been used. So I'm going to go ahead and do another demonstration of different things that could be on this one. So the first one is clot. C-L-O-T. The next one is donor. D-O-N-O-R. So we have clot and donor. The next one is family. The next one is hound. H-O-U-N-D. The next one is leech. L-E-E-C-H. The next one is plasma. The next one after that is pressure. The next one after that is red. So far we have clot, donor, family, hound, leech, plasma, pressure, red, and the last one is vampire. So at that point, you have all the clues. If you can guess what that is, that will be blood. B-L-O-O-D. And as I said, it's sort of a trivia game. You're just kind of giving hints back and forth until someone is able to determine what your actual clue is. In a lot of ways, it's very simplistic. If for some reason neither side can get it after getting all the clues, you'll go ahead and just discard the card. And that is the game of Pass Ack Words. It's a fairly easy game. It can be a very good family game for people. If you're looking for something that people may enjoy, a lot of trivia type stuff. Though it's not entirely trivia, but it is kind of in the way of playing games with a lot of words and things of that sort. So again, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. We should have more videos in the near future of different games that we'll be posting of how to play the game. So I do hope you've enjoyed watching the game, of how it gets played. And if you do enjoy it, subscribe to the video, like or comment. All those are good. Otherwise, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. You have a good day.